Hello, welcome back to the Football Terrace. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. We're going to jump straight into this story. We're going to talk about this fight, this bust up between Mane and Mohamed Salah at Liverpool yesterday over their emphatic, comfortable victory over Burnley. And we'll come back onto that in a few moments as well. We're going to talk about why it happened, what happened, and will this have any ramifications moving forward? And let me just temper you 32 seconds into this stream. There are already some comments here saying, here's another cheap shot at Liverpool, storming a teacup, blah, 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 blah. I love the fact that people have left those comments before watching and listening to the content. There'll be people that watch the playback that will be making comments on this based on the story. Okay, bitter United, who cares? Wait until you've heard what someone's got. Honestly, anybody that's judging what I'm about to say before listening to it demonstrates their lack of brain capacity, or demonstrates their absolute hatred of anybody talking about their football club outside of Liverpool fans, or talking against agendas they don't like. But you don't even know what I'm going to say yet. It's a real poor mark on you as a person. Peter Clement says, the truth, seriously, Terry. Yes, I'm going to tell you the truth. I know exactly what happened. I know exactly what happened between the two of them. But before we go any further, please do me a big favour and hit the like button. Please hit the share button as well. I want as many, I genuinely, Liverpool fans, I'm asking you, I want to get as many Liverpool fans' opinions on what I'm about to say as possible. If you hit the dislike button before you've listened to what I've got to say, the message ain't going to get out there. And you are going to like what I'm going to say. You're going to like what I'm going to say. So hit the like and share button. And a big shout out as well to our title sponsors, the Football Index. If you want to get involved in the football stock market, get that downloaded now. We are over the 40% mark on our profits on our portfolio. Absolutely amazing. Now, let's jump into this. So Liverpool fans, brace yourself. Brace yourself to like what I'm about to say. I'm going to give you the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Why did Mane and Salah have a big fight? There's one reason and one reason only. They are winners. They are elite, they are clutch, and they are at the peak of their powers, and that makes them super competitive. You add all those things together, and from time to time, grown adults will boil over. It happens in training, and it happens on the field of play. This is the most positive thing to happen at Liverpool. Outside of winning the Champions League, this is amazing. As a rival, yeah, you want it to be a negative. But people are clutching at straws today. One, to take away from another emphatic victory that Liverpool have had. Two, 100% record still intact. And three, their players care. The one thing, me as a rival, what I'm hoping for to happen to City or Liverpool is for their competitive edge to dwindle a bit after some success, for them not to be able to raise their levels further. Liverpool Football Club are going to win the Premier League this year because of things like what happened yesterday. It shows the ruthlessness they want to have on that pitch. And although the game was comfortable, the game was already put to bed. We need more goals. Do you know why? Because they might gain this season, Liverpool, one more point than they did last year. But they might only be level with City on points. This could be a year where the Premier League is decided by goal difference. So of course, they're going to have a kick-off. They're going to, get into it. What I would say is this: Liverpool fans, temper yourselves. I was reading articles this morning about this, and you've actually got Liverpool fans out there saying these are genuine tweets, saying Salah should say sorry to Mane. No, he shouldn't. Mane is so right to be seriously pissed off at Salah. Klopp taking him off for no reason but leaving Mo on is ridiculous. Alex Frame, no, it's not. This is just two guys having a bit of a fight, a bit of an argument. Mane's reaction will change Salah. That's a Liverpool fan. Why would you want Mo Salah to change? He has been arguably the best player in the Premier League for 2 years. Why would you want him to change himself? Okay, on this occasion, hindsight prevails and he should have passed. But what if he starts passing all the time? He isn't going to score goals. And imagine he scored. Imagine he didn't pass and he scored, and he invariably does. Doesn't he have like a goal contribution for nearly every game that he's played for Liverpool in terms of assists and goals? The man is one of the most prolific, dynamic and dangerous players Liverpool have ever had in Premier League history. And this is fans reacting to the fight and the argument as opposed to looking at why it happened. And it didn't happen because Mo Salah was greedy or because Mane's got a bad temper. It happened because they're ultra competitive. That's it. Another comment here says, Mane furious with Salah. Klopp needs to fix this for the good of the team. No, we don't. Doesn't need to fix anything. It's perfect. Perfect. I don't know why I'm saying perfect like that. It's perfect. Salah was very selfish. I understand Mane's frustration. Meh. No. You're not understanding his frustration. It isn't that he was greedy. It was that they missed a great opportunity to score. That is what it comes down to. So this is the truth you're talking about. Yes, the truth. Not this fictitious nonsense that people have created on Twitter. And by the way, I keep telling you, the media, if fans tweet certain things, the media run stories on it. The reason that 7 newspapers this morning have trending articles saying things like, Liverpool fans furious at Mo Salah after Mane bust up, it's based on what you tweet. And people tell me I'm a conspiracy theorist because I think that journalists write stories based on what we tweet. The story is literally made up of people's tweets. Simple as that. This was a bust up. There was an argument. Nobody can deny that. It got heated. Like Mane had to be controlled by his teammates. But it isn't a bad thing. You know what? If I look at my team, I remember a time where Wayne Rooney had a poor game and got taken off and some fans were jeering him. And he jumped up on top of the dugout and started giving it back to the fans. And the media were like, oh my God, this horrible lout. And I'm thinking, nah, mate, that shows how hungry he is. People often get on the backs and shoulders of fighters, boxers, MMA artists, because they sometimes say things that can, on the outside, appear a little vulgar and a bit aggressive. But it's like these people are on the edge. Like anybody in elite level sport, physical sports, competitive sports, you have to be on the edge. You have to be on edge at all time. And that's why Liverpool are sitting top of the league, 12 from 12. Another 3 goals. Do you know what I'll actually do to make sure I'm not chatting here? Let me get the Premier League table up. Let's just get the Premier League table up in front of me so I can see this. So I get this absolutely right. 12 from 12. 12 goals scored, 3 conceded. Plus 9 goal difference. Phenomenal. Doesn't matter, absolutely phenomenal. No doubt about it. And all that people are trying to do, and by the way here, Liverpool fans that have helped to engulf this situation, let me tell you this. That's music to the ears of the Man City fans that you're having, that the rivalry you've got with City because you're challenging for the title, you're giving fuel to them. Any Liverpool fan that's acting like this is a poor thing, that they had this argument, acting like it's a bad thing or a stain on the club or could detract, City fans are going to grow on this. They're going to try and put out this narrative. And by the way, every club has journalists that are anti them. There are journalists that don't want Liverpool to win the league. They'll be like, right, does this show that the pressure's getting to them? Are they going to crumble? Are they going to fall apart? If you as fans start tweeting out how worried you are, oh, this could be bad, this could be this, or attacking Mo Salah for being greedy, the media that are against you are going to run stories with it. The fans that are against you of rival clubs are going to engulf it further. And what that can do, that can seep its way into the dressing room. What Liverpool fans need to do is just remain positive. Yes, there was a bust-up. Yes, there was a fight. Shows their competitiveness. By the way, I guarantee you, they're already laughing about it Is it Melwood where they train? I'm telling you, they're having their recovery day today, having their massages and, getting rid of the lactic acid, and they're cracking up about it. Liverpool fans and rivals are melting down about it. You're pathetic. You're genuinely pathetic. No doubt about it. Right, I'm going to jump into your live comments now, though, as I always do. Do me a big favour, if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button and please hit that share button as well. It's two of the very best ways you can support us here at the Football Terrace. And if you want to get involved a little bit more and help contribute towards all the new content that we're creating for you, please sign up to our Patreon page. The link for that is inside our description below. You can join for as little as £2 per month. And to be honest with you, it's what we're creating and what we're doing. Everyone that's signed up so far, you've done an amazing job for us. And I cannot be more humbled and grateful. Thank you. Where did Liverpool finish last 2 seasons? Surely their passion works, lads. We all need to follow suit and put it in 200%. I agree. Bilal Khan says, well said, Terry. Andy's a Liverpool fan, says, well said, Tellboy. I've been a Liverpool fan for over 40 years and you are real, because Londoners are. I don't think it's because I'm a Londoner, but I appreciate your comments. Look, I would love for this to be a negative. I would love for this to be a negative for Liverpool. Let's not get twisted. I'm a Man United fan. Of course I would. But what I'm not going to do is try and twist it into a negative when it's not one. Simple as that, because it's not a negative. Salah has the most assists from the front three. Mane is more selfish than Salah. You can see that by assists. Salah has the most chances created over the last 2 seasons. I think I agree with everything you're saying, but I wouldn't use the word selfish. We've got to be careful with the language we use. I don't think Mane's selfish. I don't think Firmino's selfish. I don't think Salah's selfish. I don't. I think when they feel like they can score, they go for it. When they think they're in a better position to pass, they'll pass. Now, Salah clearly felt confident like he was going to score. He went for it. It didn't come off. That happens. What we can't do, we all want our players to score lots of, our strikers and attackers to score lots of goals and to be really creative. But if they don't attempt the shot, they won't ever score. And if they don't attempt the difficult through ball, they'll never assist. They've got to go for these things. Time to time, it isn't going to come off. I think that it's ridiculous. The Liverpool fans that have been affected by this and are kicking off about it, that's like the definition of nitpicking. It really is. Salah says Salah is just worse than Sterling, but he's not outscored him. Cam Cooper, what the hell is that about, brother? I don't even understand your tweet, and I don't mean that rudely. I don't get where that's come from. So where do you see Man United finishing this season? Man United can still finish in the top 4. They may not, but they can still do that. And again, United had a poor result yesterday, but Chelsea throwing away a 2-0 lead at Stamford Bridge. It's a far worse result. And Chelsea are competitors for the top 4. Arsenal and Spurs are going to drop more points today. And like I've said, everyone's got to stop panicking. You've got 2 teams that are going to run away with the league. And then there's another group of 4 or 5 clubs that are fighting out for the other 2 top 4 positions. This beginning of the season kind of feels like the end of last season, where what's going to happen all year, because some of these teams are in transition. These teams ain't good enough. Man United are going to win a game and Chelsea will win a game and Spurs will win a game and Arsenal will lose. And then a week later, United will lose and Chelsea will lose and Arsenal will win. It's just going to do that for a good number of weeks. It really is. It really, really is. Mane will move to Man United, mark my words, is what a City fan has said. I mean, I know you're not serious. I know you're trying to banter. But that actually has to be probably the worst piece of banter I've ever seen in my life. Listen, there's nearly 700 people tuning in live right now. I know there's a lot of Liverpool fans tuning in. This is a Man United fan here being very positive about your football club. Do me a big, big favour and hit that like. Let's get this to over 250 likes before we finish and over 50 shares. Please put this out on your Twitter feeds and out on your Facebook feeds. We want to try and get as many views as we can. VJ says Mo Salah is greedy. Prove it. Prove he's greedy. And I don't want you to give me a couple of video clips of where he should have passed. Prove to me he's greedy. Prove to me he's greedy. I think he's as selfish as he needs to be at times, but that's why he scores all those goals. Without Mo Salah's goals over the past couple of years, Liverpool wouldn't be where they are. And I've seen quite a few Liverpool fans talk about, oh, he needs to change that. Why does he need to change that? It's crazy. Do you remember that great goal he scored last season towards the end of the campaign? And I want to say it was against Watford away. I'm not too sure. And he kind of picked the ball up in his own half and he took on one man, took on two men. And I remember thinking, pass, and he didn't. And he shot from distance and scored the goal. I think it made it 2-0. I'm not too sure off the top of my head. But that settled the game. Imagine if he'd have passed and Liverpool wouldn't have scored and the other team went up the other end and put it in the back of the net. Like, it's crazy. Southampton. Yes, it was against Southampton. Sorry. My apologies. Imagine if Mo Salah wasn't greedy there. It's a madness. Terry, who's better in your opinion, Mbappe or Rashford? We know it's Mbappe. I actually had people throw insult at me yesterday saying, oh, you said Rashford was at the same level as Mbappe. I'm like, wow. It does go to demonstrate how dense some people are and how deliberately obtuse they can be. The only time I've done that is in that 3 months when Ollie first joined Man United, all I said is that at this moment, Rashford is at the level of an Mbappe, like in terms of how he was performing and playing. But what I said in those videos, and I love how people, you see this happen now in life, whether it's a celebrity who's in trouble or a politician that the media are trying to throw under the bus, you edit something down to like one sentence out of a paragraph, right? And it sounds bad, but what I said in those videos is very simple. But he has to maintain it if he wants to be considered on the same level. He hasn't maintained it, so we're not talking about him on that level. It's crazy how, you said he was, yeah, when he's performing at that. Like, by the way, if from the next game onwards for 3 months, if Rashford scores almost a goal every single game, then he's performing at that level, isn't he? He's performing at the tip-top elite level. But then if it dips again, it's just a purple patch. It's not his permanent level. I don't really understand why that's a difficult notion for people to comprehend. But again, people don't like to listen. They try to be funny and they try to banter with it. And it's like, you can't banter me with something I know I didn't say. Like, you cannot affect me. You can't impact me. You can't change my mood by lying about me. It's a madness. By the way, you're a gimp. The only time I wear a gimp mask, mate, is when I'm with your mum and your sister. There we go. Let's see a few more of these comments here. Are Ronaldo and Messi selfish? Only if you apply the same logic. That Mo Salah is. But yeah, they're not. Listen, I didn't say anything. I just said the only time I wear a gimp mark, they're. We're not near that. Come, let's get ourselves to that 250 like mark, please, ladies and gentlemen. Don't hate the players, hate the game. Terry, heard Chris Smalling wants to fight Daniel James. Do you know what? I feel really sorry for Dan James. I feel really sorry for him, man. Like, this boy has started his Premier League campaign so well, but it's going under the radar because United are not finishing these teams off. And what I mean by that, and there's not any salt here. There's not any salt here from rival fans. Who are the big summer signings? Who are the big attacking summer signings this year? Pepe was obviously one. Who are the other big signings this year? Throw some names out for me. I don't have a list in front of me. Premier League transfers 2019. Right? I'm just going to stick this in and see if I can get a list of them. Right? I want to try and get the Premier League ins and outs this year. Is it club by club? Like, Pepe was a big one. Let's try and go to other big clubs. Other big clubs who they signed. Like, Pulisic was one. I'm just trying to look at other clubs here, like trying to find other big players that have come in. Moise Kean, I would put him in, like a real exciting player as an example. I can't know. City didn't sign anyone. We know who he is. There hasn't been that many this year attacking wise, right? But we're going through it, right? As an example. Let's just throw in anyone else. So yeah, you got Keane, you got Pepe, you got Dan James. And it's just, whatever. It doesn't matter who else has come in. These aren't teams. If the Barla had gone to Spurs or whatever, if anybody had come in, if Pepe had scored 3 goals in his first 4 Premier League games and 2 of them absolute beauties, there would be people would be falling over backwards for him. So I just say, I'm making that point because Dan James has been so good in his opening start to his Premier League campaign, but he's been let down by his teammates. There we go. Sorry about that. This is the thing with live streams. Sometimes we go off on a tangent, but there we go. Let's get back to the point. A few people asking for recaps. Yes, a recap on this story. So the Sadio Mane Salah fight is caused a bit of a ripple across football this morning. But the truth is this. It was a fight. It was an argument. It was a bust-up. We saw it. But it's brilliant for Liverpool. It's because the 2 men are winners. It's because they're ultra-competitive. And it's because Liverpool are going to win the league this year. We need to accept it. As rival fans, you've got to accept that Liverpool Football Club are going to win the league this year. And it's this elite level, winning, competitive mentality that is going to push Liverpool Football Club over the line. And any Liverpool fans, I'm addressing you personally here. Any rival who's saying this is a negative for you, it's because they're scared. Simple as that. And any Liverpool fan who's telling you this is a negative, question if they're truly a supporter or not. Question if they're really... Now, I'm talking about social media people here. Have they just got a Liverpool avatar and they're pretending to be and they're trying to cause disrespect to your club? Because at the end of the day, there'll be no beef between these players. They'll have already made up. They'll be laughing about it now. It demonstrates how desperate they are to win. 4 wins from 4. Top of the league. Battered another team. Absolutely nothing to be frustrated about. This live comment here from Sean. It says, I would be pissed off if it was 0-0. Bobby and Mane had already scored. I like my forwards at least being a little greedy. But equally, you can't even apply that logic, Sean, because you have to give confidence to your strikers and supporters. They have to know that if they miss and it does cost you a point, that they're not going to be attacked. I mean, imagine how, Tammy Abraham's now 4 goals this season, amazing, right? He's bounced back to his abuse well. But imagine how he'll feel if every time he does have a bad game or misses a great opportunity, he's abused online. Kurt Zouma abused online yesterday. Rashford's getting absolutely ripped apart. And isn't it funny how the clubs who, generally speaking, in City, at the top level, City and Liverpool, who consistently support their players even after poor performances, back them after issues like this, isn't it amazing that those are the clubs near the top? Now, of course, there's a little bit of a chicken and egg thing here, where because the teams are doing well, the fans are more patient. But equally, the fans being more patient enables quality and consistency to flourish. It's impossible at clubs where the fans are so angry all the time. So Arsenal, Chelsea and Man United fans, take a note and take a leaf out of Liverpool supporters' books. You have to. People always talk about how we need to create a really good environment. Fans are so important. They really, really are. There's no doubt about it. But listen, appreciate you all tuning in. I've got to go get ready now. I've got to shoot off to the airport. I've got to go to Ireland today. Got a flight to Dublin. So I will be back later on. I will be doing some kind of video after the North London derby. I'm buzzing about that. But I'm begging you here. I actually saying that word, begging. Liverpool fans, please share this video on your timelines. This ain't a meltdown. This ain't a problem. There's no issue at Liverpool Football Club. You're going to win the league. This bust-up is just perfect for you. It really, really is. Let's get this to over 250 likes. Minimum, please. And, until next time. Check out our Patreon page and also the Football Index. Get that downloaded as well. Get that onto your phone. Get involved. There's money to be made. But until next time, take care. God bless. And I'll see you all again soon.